And away we go. What it do, folks? What it do, folks? What it do? It is I, your boy Jack Travis, straight like that live. You know how we do it on the Sunday, man. We keeping the thing consistent, man. How everybody doing out there in the world? Y'all doing well, doing swell? I sure hope so. You dig what I'm saying, man? End of a long week, as always, here in the United States of America. I hope everybody had them a good Sunday meal, man. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for the new week. I know my kid and her cohorts, they out of school tomorrow, so um, we may actually go and take a driving test tomorrow and get some driver's license going on around these premises. You understand what I'm saying? Congrats to me for raising a beautiful daughter and going forward in the world. I'm proud of her, man. But yeah, that's what we got going on, man. Culminating on the Sunday, I got some salmon in there in the oven. You dig what I'm saying? Put a little couple things with that later on by the time I get off this live. And that's what we're doing. That's how we come in. That's why I'm giving it up. You dig? Now I will say before we continue on, I'm experimenting with a new camera setup these days. I have a nice Nikon D3200 camera. Um, but it's a bitch to deal with, man. There's this thing. If somebody can get in the chat, man, somebody let me know if enough people see this. It's a function on it where like every 5-10 minutes, the live feed cuts off. And now it's just a matter of me hitting the live button again and it'll pop back in. But it's irritating because in the middle of the live, if it does it now, then we'll just have to address it as it happens. But I'm trying to figure out how to keep that auto timer off. I downloaded some program, a Digicam or something, but it doesn't seem to work as well as reported. You did what I'm saying to you about it. So if anybody know what's going on with that, man, get in there and holler at me, let me know something. You dig. Um so yeah, that's the deal on that. I'll hear it if it goes off because I try to cover up the views kind of because it's kind of discouraging sometimes. I say it all the time, but yeah, somebody let me know what's going on with that, man. It's like it's a nice camera, as you can tell. It gives me a better look, but it's something up with the way that it times out every now and then. I've got a dummy battery, as they call it, on order that'll at least keep because it's hell on batteries. I got three new batteries, and I'm telling you, it runs through a battery even when you don't know you only have the cord function going on. It runs through a battery. So the switching out battery thing doesn't seem to be a sustainable go around. So I have a dummy battery on order. I don't even know if I ordered it yet, but it's definitely in my cart over on Amazon. Shout out Jeff Bezos. I didn't get money. But yeah, man, we trying to get around. I like the look of that camera. Um, this camera here, the Sony joint. Shit. Let me move this. The Sony joint, like it's a good camera, but damn, am I in focus? Like it looks like I am on the screen, but this is a good camera, but when I go live and this has got the letterbox around the screen, and I don't know how to remove that. So I'm trying to go over to my Nikon, but we still working out the kinks. I've got an iPhone device that I use, and you know, but I try to go with these cameras, man. So that's my dilemma right now. So if you see the camera cut out in a minute, I'll hit the button and turn it back on, and hopefully, I got enough battery. And I was probably stupid because I should have put in a new battery before I started. It's about 75%. So hopefully I can get an hour out of this thing, man. If I can get close to it and it cuts out, then we'll just stop it right there. But that's just kind of my introduction to what we got going on and the technical changes that we are undergoing over here at Straight Like That. As I've said before, newcomers to the page, I had a particular video do well for me here about a month ago, and it propelled me into the upper echelons of the YouTube creator program. You dig what I'm saying? We got memberships available, icons and badges available for people to put in the chat as this thing starts to grow and the conversations open up in the chat. So those of you that come in and be the first to be some of the first to the page, man, I'm sure some of those will be rewarded with becoming moderators. And you know, original supporters of the page, man. And so there'll be perks to come as we go down the road and this thing starts to become more and more lucrative for me. So we're at the point that we're trying to get like another 90 subs, and that'll put me through the top part and then the ads, and now you know how that goes, man. So, you know, if you're newcomers to the page, I would love to just get you as a regular subscriber. And you know, the memberships and all of that will come as they will. But at first, man, just like and subscribe to the material and just give me more on the algorithm, and I will settle for that. You dig? So now let's get ready to roll into some topics, man. Yesterday was a very interesting day for millions of people around the United States, and you know, for me as well. Now, I wasn't involved in the event where I'm speaking about the millions of people and what they were involved in, but I had an interesting day in and of itself. But there were millions of individuals out in the streets yesterday, man, for these No Kings protests, and boy, oh boy, um, you know, despite the spin and the twist that people on the side of the spectrum want to put on it, man, it appears to be a lot of upset individuals. And if you look at the makeup of the people in the crowd, you know, I venture to say that there are some people that were once supporters of the current administraciones that are now disillusioned and fed up with the bullshit. And so they seem to be out in the crowds as well, man. And we talking about huge crowds, bro. Sirs and madams. I've not gone over to, and I should be. I do a couple things over in the other software that I was speaking about once before, and being able to make the stream a little more interactive, man, and be able to put the videos up on the screen. But I just jumped in here real quick to get this going. But so I'll just kind of present the stuff to the camera, man. But we've got a plenty pitch. I'm definitely putting together a show for this. So we'll have a No Kings MAGA cope video coming here real soon. I'll start to work on that tonight, man, because I got a gang of videos that I bookmarks like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but they all in the streets, bro. Like, I'm trying to just scroll to something that just shows the numbers out here, because I've got a lot of videos of right wing copers out here. Here's a classic. Before we even get to that, here's a guy. I think I should get this guy because he loves to dress up. Matter of fact, let's go down this rabbit hole. This guy here, has he come out yet? I don't think he's come out the closet, but he's definitely he's not doing a good job at hiding in it. Let's say that. Terrence K. Williams. Now, if you don't know Terrence K. Williams is how would you describe this guy? On the list of uh is a raccoon a marsupial? Let's just call a raccoon a marsupial for lack of just animal knowledge. You dig what I'm saying? But it's close enough. So where on the marsupial list would you rank Terrence K. Williams? In cringeability rating, in absolute buffoonery of self, you know, from the standpoint of just having nothing, just no personality, nothing to offer. I think I put him up there at about, I don't know, man. I think Terrence may be number one because you know you got the Hodge twins, you got the Brandon Tatums of the world, you got the Anton Danielses, you got the what is it, David Harris Juniors. Uh, what is this guy? They got a new guy. He is super punchable. Face it. What's his name? Jeffrey Mead. Jeffrey Mead is one of the cringe worthiest. But you got Terrence K. Williams, lame ass. This is his claim to fame right here. Let's play this. Well, no, I might mess around and get copyrighted or something for that song. But there's a video from a Terrence K. Williams. I can show you the video. He's showcasing syrups and powders in which to make pancakes. He has a company called Uncle T's Pancakes. Yeah, Terrence K. Williams does. I don't know that they support this young man in a way that wants to promote his going forward and being a businessman. I think they buy it for novelty. You know, a lot of times he'll get on here crying about want to buy some pancakes or sell some pancakes, I should say, and then they'll go to tweet pictures and say, "Look, Terrence, we support you, sir." They have a box of his pancakes up on the mountain. You ever been in somebody's house down south or something, and they got old ass Coke bottles and memorabilia from Elvis and shit like they'll have a box of Uncle T's pancakes up there, obviously never to be eaten ever. It's like a novelty collector's item. You cannot build a business off collector's items. And so, Terrence K. Williams, he jumped in the news the other day because this guy does not let an opportunity to dress as a woman pass him by. Now, there are individuals out here that like that, just like women, and I'm not judging you. I'm not holding you to any ill will. You dig what I'm saying? We're just talking about Terrence K. Williams. He doesn't let an opportunity pass him where in which he can put on a wig and something pink and some clothespins to resemble fingernails. He never misses an opportunity. And so here lately, he been in this bag about Jasmine Crockett. Because Jasmine Crockett give him pure hell out there in the Senate. You dig what I'm saying? In Congress. But never in the hell she is. She give him pure hell. You know what I'm saying? They call her low IQ ghetto trash. She says, I would like to differ. I would like to bring a name calling to the table. And they're all B's. Not the BITCH word. Bad built. What is it? Bad built butch body. What is it? What is bad built, bleach blonde butch body? That's what I want to bring to the table. And they lost their everlasting minds. And she ain't took a foot off the gas ever since then. So the other day, he jumped on and put his wig on and all that pink shirt. And then he got to crying about that he thought SNL should pick it up and put him on the show because it got 1 million views on the video. It's like, bro, if you gay, just say you gay, bro. Like, chill out, cuz just tell us, dog. Like, it's all right, bro. So is Mike Johnson. Like, it's prevalent in your side. It wouldn't even be a shocker, Holmes. Just go on and join your feel me. Join your fellow brethren out there. You understand what I'm saying? But then you'd be like, well, damn, he gay and then but he stand against LGBTQ now, and how do you work that out in your head, sir? So a lot of them projecting and just running a circle around their own mind, man. So but yeah, Terrence K. Williams says, firstly, dear No Kings protesters, thank you for spending money on hotels, supplies, food, and drinks to help boost Trump's economy. In honor of the No Kings protest and Trump being the greatest president, this is what Cousin T said. Go to cousintees.com and use code King Trump 25 at checkout. I will be passing these out during the next No King rally. I can promise you will not see Terrence K. Williams at the No Kings rally. First of all, my Trump victory pancakes are the most and the ho 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 ho. My Trump victory pancakes are the best, and the pure maple syrup tastes better than liberal tears. Also, try my gluten free pancakes, protein pancakes, and fried chicken mix. I can guarantee you all of which are disgusting. Okay. Next tweet from this guy. Maybe I should create a King Trump pancake box and syrup bottle just to ruffle some feathers and make some liberals flip out. Imagine if I served some King Trump pancakes at the White House. Imagine if they gave you the chance. Just imagine a world where they would say, hey, Terrence K. Williams, we want some of your pancakes. Come in here and prepare them for us. One can only hope and dream, huh, Terrence? It still ain't nobody got a job, so don't hold your breath for getting a job in the current White House, big dog. I'm just saying, don't hold your breath because you may need those breaths at the end of your days. I'm trying to get to some of these. Yeah, man. All right. So, now, I don't know how well we can see these pictures, man, these videos. Again, I'm going away from this format very soon, people. I just kind of jumped in here real quick. But you've got people making no kings, yes or no signage. They say that these are paid protesters. Well, you know what I would say? I've seen a tweet where a guy put up, he said, no, he showed the Antifa building. He said, go to the HR room, ask for Miss Pam. Miss Pam will give you the sign up form in which you can get paid. Fuck it. They say what they say. Everybody getting paid to go out here. I bet. Let's confirm it. We getting paid. That still does not mean that we don't want to be out there protesting what we protesting. We just getting paid because no one works for free. How about that? Huh? Bad baby. How about that? Uh, this picture here is crazy, bro. I'm talking about we everywhere, cuz we Boston, we Atlanta, we Philadelphia. Are y'all seeing that? Can y'all see that, son? You can type into your Twitter, man. Let's see what do we have marked. We have. I got so many bookmarks. The show I put together, I'm thinking it's gonna be a son of a gun, man. Boston. I guess New England and Boston is the same place. I was about to say Boston. Okay, so Philly, DC, Chicago, New York, Boston. You know what I'm saying? They out there deep. They deep. They deep in the streets, bro. And I think I should probably make this show. Now I've talked about it a couple of times. I say all the time that uh it's funny how my life kind of be playing out, man. I run into a lot of situations that seem to be very timely. And again, I'll say it again. I went through a Western civilization course here not long ago, and the kinship. A certain demographic of people already hearken and look back to the Roman Empire as like the golden age. And so along with Make America Great Again, they always want to go back and just look back at that time in European history where they were at the height of their power and they really had everybody under their thumb and had things the way they wanted, at least in their perspective, but they won't talk about the damn 1,000 years of dark ages they went through, right? And so when they got elected, man, I said I got a feeling that they're gonna go too hard, too fast. And that appears to be just what's happening. And so, same with Charlie Kirk, bro. It's like Charlie Kirk floated around out this goddamn diaspora we got called the United States. And because of the echo chamber that he was in on Twitter and social media, and also his cohorts when he would go out, it's like he existed in a zone where he really thought um that the only people that had a dissenting opinion of what he was talking about like existed online, or that they really manipulated the votes for Kamala Harris. And so not no 74 million people didn't vote for her, only 20 million of them voted for her, and they're just blue-haired weirdos and gay people that sit in mom's basement all day in front of the computer eating Cheetos. It's like they really convinced themselves that that's what their opposition are in very small numbers and just unable to do anything, bro. Um, and unable to decipher information. And that's why he got did the way that he got done. And it's just like, bro, you looking at it now, and it's like it's obvious that there are millions of Americans that have, like I said, been disillusioned by what's going on right now. It's a lot of bullshit happening to a lot of good people. Just unnecessary, man. And I think everybody is getting an understanding that people that are enacting all of this shit, it's not a black or white, man. It's not even a red or blue. It's a rich establishment. I don't even want to say it's rich against poor because it's like how do you map out a fight? I mean, what was you pitting people against poor? I think it's the rich just trying to remain rich and get richer. Everything else be damned. If you want to join the club of getting rich and getting richer, then come on along. If you are willing to be a vile sound gun like us, then come on with it. But I don't even know if it's necessarily a fight or pitting the rich against the poor. Um, Again, I think it's just more of a structure that's in place that will go through whatever means necessary to just try and stay in power. Optics and outlook and morals be damned. You dig what I'm saying? So, um, I think I think a person like that with that kind of mindset, I don't know if they've convinced themselves that they think they're right or they just don't give a damn if they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's how Charlie Kirk was put in the situation he's in. And I just see the whole movement, man, the whole MAGA movement. It's got shades of the Roman Empire and them crumbling when they got to the height of their power because they don't know how to be civil and do things on an accord that promotes prosperity and going forward. You know, they just run shit in the ground too hard, too fast. And so, if you look at all the people out here in these streets, man, it would suggest to me that it's not just you know. Uh, Soros funded Democrat operatives. You know what I'm saying? There are some farmers, there are some nurses, there are some old people that were Social Security recipients, and this, that, and the third, that are now fucked over. You dig what I'm saying? There are some government workers out there, and unfortunately, DEI did not just point to black women. It pointed to women, all in all, and so there are some women out there that voted for the Republican Party that are now caught in the sauce of the complete bullshit we got going on, and they've turned, I guess you can call them turncoats if you will, but that's not necessarily the right term for someone that's I can't say used available information, because this information was available before the election back in November. um but most times, man, people do not act accordingly until it hits home. Like I said, I had a conversation about that yesterday, man, and it's just amazing how um I don't know, man. Yesterday just kind of opened. I ain't gonna say opened my eyes, but I don't believe in it. I think everybody full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And just keeping up with the political climate here lately, man, it's just like, damn, bro, it occurs to me that most people in America are just stupid, bro. Like, common sense really isn't common. And so, it's just a lot of times that continues to be proven, man. And so you look at these situations and you're just like, dude, I it, it's just unsustainable. I just don't know what's the end game. Um and I don't think they know either. I think they'll just ride it. You heard the saying, ride it till the wheels fall off, you know what I'm saying? And that seems to be where we at, bro. And I can only imagine that they're just getting rich as hell, and they feel like the type of money that they're running up will be able to insulate them and their lifestyle forevermore. But to do people even that supported you the way you're doing them now and think that that's not going to backfire, no pun intended. It's just crazy thinking, but we've seen it before. We have seen this before, and I think history is repeating itself in this instance, man. But yeah, the No Kings protest was going digital yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't really heard about it being formulated. I saw a couple little tricklings, but I didn't know that yesterday was like the actual day that they were organizing across the United States. But if you're someone on the Make America Great side, and you can continue to look at these things and say the only reason these people out there is because George Soros paid them, or oh man, only people out there is because people that don't have jobs. Again, I had a conversation about this yesterday, and the thought, I mean, how adolescent of a fucking person do you have to be, bro, to have the thought that a person, because it should be actually quite the opposite. But how adolescent of a person do you have to be for your first instinct uh, to describe a person that's taking part in a protest outside? If your first thought is, "Oh, this must be somebody with no life and no job, dude, nothing to do," you're a fucking fool. Quite the opposite. Most people that have to work, it's like you have to work yourself and get yourself to a point to where you have the freedom of movement and the freedom of schedule. You dig what I'm saying? Plane tickets and hotels and shit cost money. Oh, I guess George Soros is paying for all that. Again, the more that you continue to go through and walk through the crowd and say, "Oh, no one could answer why they're out here. What king are they protesting?" All right. You keep fooling yourself, because the one, two people you pull to the side that most likely, in a lot of these situations, like a Project Veritas, the James O'Keefe guy, a lot of these are set up videos. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple guys you brought down there with you. They'll put on some Star Spangled glasses and pull out a sign that you all had with you, and you'll say, "Hey, what are you protesting?" And say, "I don't know, man. It's just out here because George Soros paid me." Now, there's that damn camera thing. I hope it works right now. Hold up. All right, we're back in business. George Soros paid me. That'll be their comeback. You did. But again, you continue to walk around here and play with fire, your ass is going to be burned. I'm just trying to tell you. You keep acting like people out here not against your movement and falling in line, and your ass you're gonna be surprised, man. And so, no King's protest going digital. My girl Lisa Jean, we're going Lisa Jean. Let's read some of this. Congrats, yeah, we about to get on that in a minute, Lisa Jean. Congrats to BAMA for their win this past weekend over the Tennessee Vols. We'll get y'all next year. You will not, Lisa Jean. You will not get us next year. No, ma'am. You my dog. I rock with you, but I can't rock with that part. Did I hear your daughter make a license? Best? Yeah, she may take a little license test tomorrow, man. She been 16 for about a month now, so yeah, I think we're gonna give it a shot. Oh, I was 17 of the girls that's better on license. That just they live in the state of Georgia, boy, still involved. Good, yeah. And for eight. Shit, eight of they kids, man. I want one more. Shit, I ain't trying to get close to eight though. I ain't gonna hold you now. That's so serious. No King, yeah, man. No King was going crazy yesterday. I'm telling you. Um, the ball game, drinking cuffed a lot. Yeah, and you know what, Lisa Jean? I also, in terms of the football game, I drank and cursed a lot also during the game. Although I will admit it was for different reasons that I won't particularly go in right now, but it was an amazing conversation I was having pertaining to some of these political issues, and it was an amazing it was such an eye-opening conversation, I should say. But I was glancing at the game at the same time. I'm actually pissed off because the volume wasn't up. It was too much screaming and yelling to being able to hear it anyways. And so if you weren't just looking at the TV when the big play happened, I missed a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I saw the interception. I saw a couple of big plays. So I'm pissed off now because I'm looking online and they don't have the full game posted yet. It's just they got the little highlight videos, the little highlight clips, and I want to see the full game. So I'm waiting. I'll go check it again probably tonight, or maybe wait till tomorrow. Or if it's not there, I'll check it again tomorrow. But maybe it'll be up tonight and I can go ahead and watch that whole thing. But I can comment on it because I do know that we won that game, and I did see, at least from what I saw, the things I can comment on. And the Crimson Tide, man. After that first game of the year against Florida State, where they looked utterly horrendous, I ain't gonna hold you. I must say, I don't know what Kalen the boy went into that players only meeting, because word is the players say, hey, we're going to talk amongst each other. We're going to hold each other accountable. We might get to cussing and fussing. I may pull out NBA young boy rap lyric and tell everybody I'm going to chop them down with the Draco switch. But we going to do this amongst each other. Well, a young Kalen the boy out of Washington said, God damn it, I got another thought. Word is, middle of the meeting, boom, he kicks the door down like fucking He-Man, and went in and commenced to doing some ass chewing, in the words of Nick Saban. And I ain't gonna hold you. Apparently, what he said to them young fellas, it took hold. Yeah, because them boys have been playing with their head on fire ever since then. They had a bit of a lackadaisical game against was it Missouri or Vandy? One of those two games was, yeah, a little icky, but they pulled it out. The one continued bright spot. Well, I'll say all of them have been on their shit since that first game. But one Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson has a chance to walk away with him a Heisman Trophy this year. Yeah, that young fella playing quarterback, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? I say all the time, I ain't gonna hold you to no false pretenses into any area that you would not like to be. I ain't gonna hold you there. That ain't what I do. I ain't what I'm into. But when I tell you Ty Simpson is playing at a Heisman level, man, it's facts. You dig? And so behind a solid quarterback, man, the rest of the team seems to be holding it down. Defense have been giving up some big plays here lately. They seem to kind of shore that up yesterday. Very big plays on defense from what I glanced at last night in the midst of being drunk and yelling. But as a unit, man, they've been playing 4 quarters of football, and I appreciate seeing it. I've been a fan for a long time, and I was a pissed off individual after that first game. So, piggybacking on what my home girl Lisa Jean Watson said, she brought the game up, so I had to jump into that, man. I didn't watch it closely, so I can't comment on any bad calls or who particular. I saw number 2 Ryan Williams. I did see him an awful lot when I did glance at the TV, and I'm happy to see that. Oh, I hope my camera ain't the battery is dead. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hold on, I got another battery. Hold on. I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, let's hope this works, people. If not, I gotta end my life. Oh, let's see if this works, folks. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what we got. Wait, I thought it wasn't gonna work. All right, I got a full battery now. We back in. Oh yeah. We was talking football. Tennessee. What was the Tennessee in the news about last year? Football. Nico Amalieva. Is that how you pronounce his name? That was your quarterback. Apparently, hey, money, you know what I'm saying? That NIL money look good, but I know, bro, all of a sudden I think the controversy came out about him and his dad was shopping around before the playoffs last year, trying to get him a better deal, some more money. And seemed to put his kid in a pretty bullshit position, and then he left Tennessee and he ended up now at UCLA. And I don't know that they playing any kind of good football. So now you got the Joey Aguilar guy quarterback. When the season first started, I thought I heard his name is doing a couple of fire things out there on the field, son. You know what I mean? I thought he did some fire shit, but I ain't really heard much about cuz since then. And so, we went in there and handled business, man. Or we brought him down here and handled business. And Tennessee is a big rival. Third Saturday in October is always the day that we play them. And they've always been kind of, I won't say thorns in our sides. We went through a probation period. My camera switched up. We went through a probation period some years ago. And one Philip Fulmer was the son of a goddamn gun. He was the son of a gun behind it. And so we've had a particular place in our heart for the Tennessee Volunteers, their team and their fan base ever since, mine. Ever goddamn since. So it's always a good day when you beat Tennessee. Tennessee hate week, and now we're on to the next opponent, who I think may be South Carolina. Not sure, but Josh Heupel and the Tennessee Volunteers fall victim to the Alabama goddamn Crimson Tide. Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby. You understand me? Huh? Nothing but a piss about the Tide and nothing else that ain't associated with the Tide. God damn it. So that's where we at with the sports world. Who else lost yesterday? What else made it a great day in the sports world? Clemson, Dabo Swinney. It is a great day in the world when Dabo Swinney takes a L. Let's just make this clear. Huh? Let's make this clear for the people. People, listen. I'm making an announcement. It is a better day. It is a good day in the world. When Dabo Swinney takes a loss, I can't stand him. Can't stand him. Love to see him lose. LSU lost another football game yesterday, didn't they? On Friday night, Miami Hurricanes, led by the fabulous quarterbacking skills of a one Carson Beck, who the Alabama Crimson Tide beat the hell out of last year. Fabulous performance, 4 interceptions, home cooking. He overcame home cooking. You ever seen? They got a meme of Carson Beck. What's like Sid the Sloth off of Ice Age? They said that that's Carson Beck's spirit animal. Let's call it that. That's his spirit animal. He threw an interception late in the game that was supposed to be the deal sealer. And then I be damned. A mysterious piece of yellow cloth comes floating in, roughing the passer. Now we talking about the dude hit him as he's releasing the ball. You dig what I'm saying? Clean hit. They called the interception back, but oh, not to be outdone, not to be outdone. Carson Beck comes back and throws another game-sealing interception. You understand me? And so, number 2 gets out of here. Number 5 got out of here. And number 6, Crimson Tide, when the whoops some ass. So we should be up in this top 4. And it's going down like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's just going down that kind of way. It was another football story I wanted to hit on, something that was sticking out in my mind. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Football. College football yesterday. BAMA, Tennessee, Miami, Clemson. Oh, Lane Kiffin. I like Lane. Lane, that's my boy, man. Lane, keep it young out there. Lane got a tweet game that's amazing. He used to do the touchdown dance on the sideline. I wouldn't mind at the beginning of the year. I had thoughts on seeing Lane in Tuscaloosa. And I think it would work in Tuscaloosa because Tuscaloosa brings defense to the football game with it. The people out in Ole Miss, the football program, the whole aura surround the whole deal. They just not prone to playing a lot of defense, and I think that's what Lane is missing. So at Alabama, I think he can have a good thing going, man. But I said it. I said Lane cannot win the big game, man, and he was in prime position late in that game to finally get it done. But like every past year, like Lane cannot win the big game, and so he lost to the damn sorry ass Georgia Bulldogs yesterday. So that was the number 9 Bulldogs against number 5 Lane Kiffin. So we'll see where everybody end up once they put these new numbers out. What Lisa Jean say? I did 2 kids. I was done after 2 years. I only want to. I want a boy. I want a boy, but I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want another girl because I feel like my daughter is the ultimate princess. I want a son, but these days, man, I'm telling you, bro, what they be way. It's too many. You feel me? It's too many drawbacks, man, to a boy these days. Like it's just like maybe they getting back to it and getting solid, but it seemed like the boys got a little skinny and unable to look the part of a solid man here. Let's just kind of put it like that before I get in trouble with any particular group. I ain't gonna say that too much, but I don't know, man. It just I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. It just yeah, I don't know. It's sketchy, man, because I don't know how I react to a lot of things, and like the stuff I put up with from my daughter, like the common sense misses that I'm like, what the hell? I don't anticipate having to deal with that from a boy. But it seems like boys these days are just as I don't know. And I would it would infuriate me, bro. Like, so I don't even know, man. But I feel like my luck, I would probably have another girl. Uh Vandy. Vandy might get y'all for real. Vandy pulled out a big one yesterday. They back to thinking they good. We had broke their spears, but they back feeling good. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I want a boy, but I mess around and have another girl, and then we just go through that process again. But it is what it is, man. Being a parent has been an interesting journey. You dig? Taught me some great things about myself, and so I appreciate the process, and I could do it again if need be. I think I did well raising me daughter. Moving on, we in the sports world. So let's talk about this sports guy. This guy here, man. But from what I'm understanding, he's doing a lot of backtracking and walking backwards now. Now that people getting on his ass, I think Steven Jackson commented on him, Van Layton. Just plenty of individuals, man. Stephen A. Smith. He jumped out there with some interesting comments about Zoran Mandami and think he says that. Where's my phone? I think Stephen A. says something along the lines of, if they elect Mondami to be the mayor of New York, apparently they'll regret it here soon, and they'll go down the path of whatever bullshit talking points and buzzwords that they use to keep themselves in perpetual fear for such red-blooded patriotic stand on business, take it back over individuals. They are quite the scary bunch. They scared of words and shit. They scared of people in Barney costumes. These niggas scared as hell for to be the toughest raw meat eaters and shit like that of the world. I don't get it. Let's see what Stephen A. said exactly. Let me quote him correctly. What his name is. What is he positioning to do? Like, does I know he considers Sean Hannity his friend, but does he consider himself a friend to the movement? Like, he's been told, like, does he disassociate himself from the Brandon Tatum tokens, the Jason Whitlock tokens? What is wrong with Stephen A? God damn. But Stephen told you he's the type of guy that will. He say, I wake up every day thinking of how to make my bosses more money, and I just want a piece of it. And so, a statement as such, opens you up to, hell, my God, you're like a clean slate, sir. You may as well just blow the middle of your whole face out and just put a megaphone there. It is. That's just what it is. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what Stephen A. say.
Clear about that. You might have, ladies and gentlemen, let me be very, very clear. If the Democratic Party becomes the likes of Zoran Mamdani, who, by the way, I like, I'm not trying to throw any shade on him or anything like that, but if the
he's such a lame, bro. He's such a lame. He go into talking about people. And he be like, and I like him a lot. Lame nigga, stand on some business. You obviously don't like the man. You about to say that his representation would be a bad thing for the people of New York, but you like him? How does this comport? How do we put these two thoughts together? He's such a curve, bro. I hate this dude.
Democratic Party becomes him, you have no chance. You have no chance on a national basis in terms of the presidency. In Senate seats in the House, you have no chance. You have no chance. I want to be very, very clear about that. You might have a Democratic Socialist sprinkled here and there, but that ain't what America is. America's about capitalism. America's about dollars and cents. America's about an economy, a flourishing economy. Okay? And you know what it's not about? Free stuff. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it.
Bro, how ignorant is Stephen A? Dog, do you know how many programs and shit that people benefit from in the United States that are essentially free programs? Have you ever seen Stephen A come out? They got a TV show. What is it? They've got a couple of home makeovers and surprise home and shit like that. Have you seen this half-head son of a bitch? Have you seen him jump up in the middle of one of them cameras like, oh, how dare you give this lady a free home, her and her kids? This shit ain't free. What you doing? In America, if you can't buy this home, you do not deserve to live inside of something. Have you seen this bald head, lame curmudgeon nigga here? Have you seen him do that? This nigga is the worst. Like, who? Oh my God. It's about capitalism, ain't about free stuff. From what I understand, Zoran Mandami has put forth an idea to provide a couple of free buses to transport people around the city of New York and a couple of free grocery stores. And I don't even know if in terms of free that we're literally talking about, you just walk in, take what the hell you want and walk out. Of course, that's not even a sustainable system that someone with a fair brain in their head would even propose. But this curmudgeon lame ass, I cannot stand this guy, bro. It's about capitalism and the free stuff. Yeah, we know you like bosses that make money. And you like to go in there and ask him, how long do you need to hold his nuts until he feels better? And just pay me for it, boss. You know. If me holding your nuts allows you to think of a better system, to come up with a $5 million plan for your company to make more money, and then I can get 500,000 because of it, I'm willing to hold your balls. This is Stephen A. I don't know what happened to him. He never been that bright of a guy, but he used to just be a bad a guy that made bad takes on sports, and now apparently since he's got $100 million contract, and in America, if you got some money, they regard you as important and pull you around and talk. Oh, rich guy, yeah, just be like him, listen to him, and so now he's running around talking politics, sounding ever I wish my page was big enough to where I could be confident that the algorithm would take me, like the Kyle Kalinskis or the Reese Waters or it's plenty of individuals I can name. I so wish, but I'm going to stay on this journey because I'm telling you, folks, I have some content to bring to you all. When I get to the point and some of these big names catch wind of my show and want to say something out the way, I have some smoke. Well, you watch. It's gonna be some classic beefs. It's gonna be some classic back and forth with some of these people that I utterly despise. I cannot wait until I can get their attention. I cannot wait. I swear to God. So for those of you that are here early, I promise you, you stay around. You are not gonna regret being a part of this journey with me. So um Stephen A, you in the crosshairs. I'll see you one of these days, big dog. Staying over there, man. You know, staying over there. Did y'all hear about the Young Republicans deal? This whole little group chat. They want to call them Young Republicans, even though some of these people are 30, 40 years old. And they had an interesting thread about how they felt about black and brown people, what should happen to the women of those groups, how they felt about Hitler and his tactics and his thought process, and how much they agree with him. Ask J.D. Vance and the people who were involved in the movement, no problem. Because 2 years ago, Jay Jones said that he wanted some politicians' kids to be shot, which is a bad statement to make as a politician out in the diaspora and have receipts with it. We can okay. We can call that out, but they can look at the young Republicans group thread and yes, it's just kids talking locker room talk. It's so crazy. That's what I say, bro. They are running their movement in the ground, bro. But I say it all the time. You cannot expect someone to think about their pay grade. And so the idea that people are looking at them and like, bro, you are completely full of shit does not dawn on them. They go to sleep at night thinking they fooled another 100,000 people. Another 100,000 people gonna donate to me today. The speech I made, they just love it. We winning. Too much winning. Yeah, this is gonna be beautiful to watch, man. It is gonna be beautiful to watch. It's scary, um, in a manner of speaking, but it's gonna be beautiful to watch, man. Because if you've examined history long enough, you know that the untoward will not stand, man. It may have its place. It may get its claws in and make some runs for a little while. But bro, evolution and just the human experience is just it's too many people, man. And too many attitudes and too many strong willed individuals and just forces of nature, man, when it comes to making sure that their environment around them is conducive to going forward, raising their kids, this, that, and the third. Like it's just too many of us for just wholesale bullshit to just take hold and go forward. The kids of this generation, man, they don't feel the way that, me and my grandparents, like they don't have the same type of attitudes towards other people. And so, they're I think they're a lot more sensible. They be lazy as hell and listen to goddamn headphones and shit all day and weird ass electronic. What is the music these kids listen to these days? What's his name? Osiris the Clown or something. Is that a rapper name? It sound like a rapper these days. Name Osiris the Blood Moon Clown or something, right? Wears a lot of earrings in his head. So it does just seem like somebody. But yeah, I think they're smarter than they lead on. They're just lazy as hell and just like introverts, but they're not stupid, man. And I think they like I look at my daughter, for instance, right? My daughter has three best friends: one black, one Mexican, one white. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And so I think things like that are far more prevalent in the younger generation, and just I think they look at what we doing now is like y'all just stupid. It doesn't even make sense, bro. Of course, these policies and things they're trying to push forward don't make sense, but they just happen to still be in positions of power so that they can just be ignorant to it and continue to try to push it forward. But that shit is not going to continue to fly with more even-minded individuals out here. You know what I'm saying? We at 50. Lisa Jean, I'm gonna make you a mod. I think, right? I think that's gonna be like a awesome little way to kick this thing off. I don't really know how to do it just yet, man, but I'm gonna figure it out, and you're gonna be my first honorary moderator, and it's gonna bode well for you in the future. You dig what I'm saying? So let's read some more comments. Cause see these comments and things like that, we're trying to get it to the point to where this shit is rolling, right? Ooh, it's moving. It's like, oh my god, they're paying attention to Jack. We got it moving, and then we can start having these super chats. Speaking of me, daughter. Hey. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, let me go let my daughter in the door, people. Hold on. All right, now. Stop, bro. All right, we back. So yeah, baby girl in the house. Hey, check that album. So yeah, man. Back to reading. Like I say, Lisa Jean, I'm gonna make you my first mod. Again, I don't know exactly how to do it right now. I don't know what to click on to open that up. I made some badges. I made some tiers, and I got to go into just my tiers. I think my first tier membership is at like $3.99 now, and the second at $8.99. I'm being dumb greedy. I don't even know that I set those, but I wasn't necessarily trying to do that. I didn't know it was gonna take right then. I thought it was the next screen was gonna pop up. So I'm gonna go in and change those. And I think I'm gonna make the first tier 99 cents. Fuck it. The next tier $1.99, and maybe the third tier through $4.99. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go 99 cents. We're gonna go $2.99 and $4.99. That makes sense, right? $5 isn't a lot. But then I'm like, damn, is it memberships and pay again? I got a lot to figure out, but you're gonna be the first one because you've been here since we got started with this thing, and I appreciate you, and I'm gonna make it worth your while, and we're gonna make you a mod as soon as I figure out how to. Maybe let me see. So I'm gonna click now. I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry about it. I see that you here every Sunday. I can depend on you, and we going for it. Who quit over what? Let's read some comments. Quarterback is good. Our quarterback is really good, man. Yes, he quit over that money. Or yeah, we missed South Carolina. We're gonna beat South Carolina. Easy Jack, easy peasy, just raise the boy like a doctor. Yeah, respect. I don't know if boys, man. Yeah, boy, why you doing what you're doing? Might throw a boy, as they say. Yeah, I'm afraid that uh, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I've had some discussions here lately, and it was like, yeah, I probably will mess around and have a boy to be crazy. I mean, a girl. Young guy, you talking about from New York? Hope he wins. Yeah, Montgomery don't seem to be a bad guy, bro. Like, despite all the talking that they keep saying, it's so stupid. Well, I guess New Stephen A is a resident of New York, but for the most part, you go online and it's people that live in goddamn Tucson, Arizona, telling somebody how to feel about someone in New York that the people of New York voted for. Like, what are you? So you don't live here, but you're gonna tell me how to feel about the city. You know how hard it is to get around the city. What are you talking? It's so stupid, bro. And it's so dumb that some people are sit online and falling. And I had a conversation about this yesterday, and it was so interesting because at the same time, while I was being told that the online world revolving around politics is just entertainment and not to be paid attention to. And I'm like, this sounds so stupid. How could you say such a dumb thing? And at the same time, it was millions upon millions of Americans out in the streets. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that obviously pay attention to social media. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is like, oh my God, bro. Like, but yeah, man, it's crazy though. It is absolutely crazy. But yeah, they voted for Mandami. They apparently don't see him to be the threat that people that have not shit to do with shit think he is, and it appears that he's going to win. And that's that. You get, yeah, you get me. I hope you don't. Right, it can't be literally free, bro. You just can't walk in and just take. So I could just walk in and just grab a box of donuts, a carton of eggs, huh? A whole slab of ribs. I can go back here and just get a whole damn stir fry and just walk out the grocery store. Come on, bro. Let's not be stupid here. Let's not be dumb. And goddamn it, even if you could, why is there such a huge problem to be had with that? What's the difference in that and say Snap? You know what I'm saying? Let's say they give everybody a voucher, so once a month you can come in and get up to $175 worth of groceries and walk out. What would be the difference in that and Snap? What's the problem, Stephen A? What? We make the worst people famous, bro. Like, but that's okay. I'm gonna get into a space to where I can get the attention of some of these folks, and boy, oh boy, I'm on heat rock their ass the minute one of them has something to say. Uh, yeah, we're gonna be good, man. Boom. Yeah, good money, man. Where we at? 56 minutes. I've almost completed my hour as I hold myself to do. I appreciate the couple of numbers. Like, I'm gonna tell you, man, this should just give me a little more confidence, right? Because now I can look at the member counter and the view counter and not feel away. Because there seems to be at least a couple in there. You know what I'm saying? It's wild to sit there and stare at zeros. And so, you know, um, it's just a beautiful thing to keep up with little small milestones in this journey. And so, I used to kind of be shaming to throw me off my game. I look and see zeros. It's like, well, goddamn. It's just like, what are you doing, bro? Are you crazy? You're just sitting here in this room talking to yourself, sir. What's going on? But still, I rise. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't gonna bring my demise. God damn it! I get a piece of mind around here at about 9:11 on my clock. I might start introducing some of my videos with a musical piece, man. I've used to be involved in the music game, and I got some. I got some nice musical stylings inside of me. You understand? And so I just been thinking of a way to jazz my shows up. Young Republicans, Peter Gunter, one of the fattest people. It was like five. Where is I ain't even gonna put it on the screen. Speaking of rotund individuals, as we start to as it's perfect. This is perfectly a way to round out my segment. Speaking of a rotund individual, huh? His name is George Santos. Now, if you don't know George Santos is running a close neck and neck with Donald Trump for the most lioness son of a gun to ever grace a camera. I'm just saying, they saying like they run it. It's a bet. They say you can go on the site and you can bet on who gonna tell the next lie, Donald Trump or George Santos. So George Santos had got sent to prison. Here a couple months ago, he went on a crying tour, a whole sympathy tour before he went. People don't allow me to go to prison. I was just fighting for the integrity of the American people. How dare they conspire against me and get a truth seeker, truth teller off the streets, send me to prison, keep me out. Donald Trump pardon me. Well, I guess Trump said, I'm gonna teach you a little lesson. I'm gonna let you sit in there and fast a little bit. And matter of fact, do you a favor. You go in there and you don't eat as many carbs and bread and shit, right? And you do some push-ups. You feel me? Get your body less rotund, right? And then we'll let you out. So apparently, George Santos was pardoned here the other day. I saw a pathetic. It's such. Oh my God! I made Earl Y'all forgive me if I Earl while I'm reading this. I'm gonna try to read. I'm probably gonna Earl, but we're gonna see. This is George Santos's um, response, or let's call it recital. Almost like a recital, like he's a small child on stage. I can't read all this. I'm gonna Earl. I ain't gonna hold you. I can't read all of this, bro. Um, Yesterday I was given something I never thought I'd have again. A true second chance at life, a chance to grow, a chance to change, and to walk a better path. Blah blah. Earl material. Let me continue to. I gotta go through this before I Earl. Chill out. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to President Donald J. Trump. Earlier today, I had the honor of speaking with him personally, a conversation I would never forget. In that moment, I saw not only the strength of a great leader, but the heart of a man who believes in mercy, in redemption, and in the promise that America gives everyone, the promise of a second chance. And if I continue to read any more, I will Earl into my microphone. And I don't want to do that. So, um, yet another despicable criminal. This has got to be like number 1527, right? No 1500 J6s. All went home. Pedophiles alike. And then it's been about what, man, maybe up at 21. Up. We back. So yeah, and another handful of individuals, untoward individuals that should be serving their prison time, have been pardoned and let out by Donald Trump. And the latest being George Santos, a guy that has quite literally never told the truth about anything concerning his life and his time in the spotlight as a political character in the MAGA movement. Um, and the fact that you don't have a problem associating yourself with such an individual. Um, Welcome into the party, because they were kind of talking crazy about him before it went. But now that he's back out, and I'm sure he's going to go back to holding the butt cheeks of Donald Trump, I'm sure they're going to usher him back into the fold. And it just, what does it say about you as a person that's willing to rub shoulders and accept into the fold such a type of individual? I don't think it says anything that we don't already know about you. You just give more people an opportunity to build more and more ammunition in which to hypothetically fire at you in opposition to your views and opinions and your understanding on how the world works and what we need to go forward. And so that's been my thing, man. Straight like that live. We back in here on Sunday. My dog Lisa Jean. Let me read these last little comments before I get out of here. Go and check on this salmon, you know what I'm saying? Whip up these, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Salmon, not salmon, my bad. I'm country. Salmon. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out, baby girl. Lisa Jean. You the one. We're gonna I remember that my phone so I can't get you to let me do for some reason. It won't let you join? What YouTube? What are we doing? YouTube! Lisa Jean is attempting to join my membership program for the lowly amount of $2.99. And she's saying that YouTube, well, we got all right. That's all right. I got access to talk to support now. So we're gonna get on top of that. Cause I would have went crazy if I looked into my notifications and I had someone to sign up to my membership program. I might have fainted. And then somebody had to come and wake me up. And then I'd have had to do the show from the hospital. But it'd been all good because some excitement is good excitement. Some hospital stays are worth it. You understand me? So yeah, we're gonna work on that, Lisa Jane. We're gonna get this thing rocking and rolling. By the time I do this live again next Sunday, let's say that I plan to have that figured out and have that done. I'll have this new battery for this camera so that I won't have to. I don't know. I still may have to continue to hit the button when it just times out, but at least the battery won't die and I won't have to go back and switch out batteries. So we just trying to improve this thing. It's better, a little light and all that, man. So I appreciate everything you bring to this situation, Lisa Jean. Continue to stay down and look forward to my content, baby. So I'm gonna get ready to wrap this thing up, man. I hope you've had fun. Everybody that flashed through here, I'm gonna check on some food, and hopefully I can rewatch my Bama Tennessee game. And I will see you all on this live again next Sunday. I will put out an episode about this No Kings and the MAGA Cope in reaction to it here in the next couple of days. And so, turn your notifications on, man. Just be on the lookout. I'm appreciating everybody that's here early because we're going to build this thing and get it even bigger and even better. So until then, everybody have a good day, a good time, a nice life. Stay out the way. If you see ice, lock your door. Call your neighbor, man. One more. I'm gonna read this one more from Lisa Jean. Man, you gonna make me hungry. I got some salmon in there now, and I'm a pretty badass cook. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna probably start a cooking show one of these days on the channel. I'm a pretty damn good cook. I've been out the house since I was like 17 though, so I've been all over the United States. So I learned how to cook, man, and I tend to mold my menu a lot these days because I like providing good meals for me daughter, and she loves my cooking, and so I try to keep it moving, and but it kind of just make me just just add another notch to my record. And so I hear in the social world with the ladies and thing I run across, I'm just like, I'm a bad man. I can do all I can do. You ain't really ain't nothing I can do, baby. So you know what I'm saying. You got to be rising coming over here, dog, because I'm a pretty well put together son gun. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, I'm a pretty good cook, and I love cooking, and I look forward to expanding my arrangements and my surroundings at some point in my life, and having a big, crazy, stupid, dumb kitchen, and just cooking all kind of shit. And so that's where I'm at with it. So yeah, we about to get ready to go in here and eat, man. Lisa Jean, I appreciate you, baby, and stay tuned for what we got coming up next. And I'll see you all on this live next Sunday, and I'll drop an episode in the next couple of days. Until then, this has been Straight Like That Live, and I'm out of here, people. Get it?